number one team in the nation, the Alabama Crimson Tide, traveled to Florida. Both teams are undefeated on the season. Alabama obviously is playing at a high rate on both sides of the ball, but quarterback Bryce Young has really impressed me. This young man just hasn't made many mistakes. Coach, as a young quarterback, it's his first year starting, and he's setting all kind of Alabama records. He has 7 touchdown passes with no picks in his first 2 games. But I like their wide receivers. Every year they seem to have some great wide receivers. You've got John Mechie, which catches the ball all over the place. Jamison Williams does a terrific job. They've got 7 players that are averaging at least 10 yards per reception, so they're spreading the wealth out, doing a terrific job on offense. On the other side, you look at Dan Mullen. His defense has been terrible this year, but his offense has been very competitive. But they've used 2 quarterbacks, and he's got to decide which one he wants to use. If he goes with Emory Jones, he turns the ball over. He's got 4 interceptions on the season. But if he goes with Anthony Richardson, he doesn't pass the ball that well, but he can run the ball very effectively. He's the first quarterback since Tim Tebow to pass for over 100 yards and run for over 100 yards at Florida. The Gators are going to play this game tough. They usually do, but I think Bama really hasn't shown a lot. They beat Mercer 48-14, and they had their backups in late in the second quarter. I look at Alabama to blow out Florida and to show the country that they are by far the number one team in the nation. I got Alabama winning this game 48-21.
Well, we're going to find out if Alabama is for real, because they've won every game by more than 1 score, except against Florida in the championship game last year. I think Florida is a very dangerous football team, but what surprised me, Florida is not particularly good on defense this year, Mark, and you can't win a championship without the defense. Now, there's no doubt about it. Dan Mullen, the offensive coordinator as well as the head coach of Florida, loves a running quarterback. Remember, when he's at Mississippi State, he had Dak Prescott, who did so many wonderful things for him. He has the same thing in these 2 quarterbacks, and Jones, as you mentioned, as well as Richardson. I think Alabama is an excellent football team, very talented in every area. But I think that Florida will put points on the board. And going to the Swamp is not the easiest place in the world to play. We're going to find an awful lot out about Florida. We'll find out a lot more about Alabama. I look for Alabama to prevail in this football game, 31-27, but I think it's going to be much closer than the 14.5 points that people predict.